Hi, this is Ed Dollister,
This is Mitch Halleck.
and welcome to an impromptu Mitch and Ed's Excellent Adventure as we take a look at the latest trailer. I suppose it's the final trailer for Indiana Jones and the Dial of
Well,
Destiny.
you think it's the final trailer?
I think that's what they said. It's the final trailer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was just like, there's still 3 months to go.
I know. I'm sure they'll probably do, TV spots and things like that. But we are here to talk about Indiana Jones and this I wasn't expecting a full trailer. We got a trailer at Celebration Europe. We also got a poster by I believe is it Tom
Yeah,
Stella
Tom Stella, yeah.
is the artist. I'll put a picture up of that, which I think looks fantastic. It
It
sort of
does.
harkens
Yeah.
back to those spaghetti western style posters, and obviously with Drew Struzan retired, I think this is a pretty good poster. What do you think?
I was hoping our boy Paul Shipper was going to get a shot at it, but maybe the DVD or something like that. But not to degrade the person that did the artwork. It's a very nice poster. I can't wait to buy it and hang it up here along with the rest of them. So hats off to
Absolutely. Yeah, I
Mr.
think
Stella.
it's got a good vibe to it, a good color palette. You see all the characters prominently. Oh my gosh.
Prominently.
Thank you. What time in the morning is it? It's not that early either.
I don't know. It's like 5:30 here. So
So it looks really good. It reminds me of one of the there's a red Temple of Doom poster that's got that
yes.
sort of color palette, and I'll put a picture up of that. But the other thing is, of course, is that we're talking about is the trailer. Quickly, what shall we watch it? And we'll have a quick discussion about it.
He's sitting in his boxer shorts. It kind of looks like my house, actually. I was like, somehow they put a camera in my bedroom or my living room. Now, I think they're on their way to the parade for the astronauts. You?
That's right.
I got that. Yeah. Retiring. And we know now that's his goddaughter.
From
And
Toby
it's
Jones, yes.
Toby Jones is her dad. Yeah. Yep. And there he is. His ears have gotten bigger over the years, I've noticed. That happens.
So is
he's got
Helen a double cross, double
a
agent?
triple agent. I don't know. She's spying for somebody. I honestly thought she was going to be Mac's daughter,
Mm.
but I don't know. And there we go. So he's being chased by the Nazis into the subway, and then I think, just like the bad guys coming at him, he's got a reverse direction.
I love that. I love that line about he's going to correct all the mistakes.
Mistakes Hitler made. Yeah. So I don't know where they are. Somebody said Casablanca. That's where they are. I don't know if that's true, or Morocco or something like that. Now, what movie did they take that Harrison Ford picture from?
Mm.
He's beating up the bad guys. And there's Antonio Banderas, John Rhys Davies. That's that Morocco shot again, yeah. Now, wasn't he looking for the cross of Coronado all his life?
We all look for lots of things all our lives, don't we?
I
Hang
don't
on,
know.
let
When
me
he
just
said that, I was like, wait, I've heard that line of dialogue from Harrison Ford before. And I go, oh, wait a second. That was from The Last Crusade when he gives
how long have you
Marcus
been
the
looking for this?
all your life, all my
My
life.
life.
So, yeah. So I was like, wait a minute. Maybe he was looking for something else and we didn't even know about it.
Yeah, well, that's true. Maybe,
I did
knowledge.
pick
Maybe it
on
was
that,
knowledge, which is the true
which
treasure.
is gold. Well, I just want to say this one thing about it is the music, not the Rolling Stone music, but the John Williams score has a bit of finality to it, doesn't it?
It does a little bit.
Yeah.
And people are reporting online that this is the last ever Indiana. Have you seen that? You know, it's the last
Well,
Indiana Jones. Disney has said this is the last, which I haven't found
oh,
anything of that.
let
But
me look. You and I are old enough to remember. Look, I remember Star Trek. I was it maybe one or two. I can't remember which one it was. That this is the final voyage of Captain Kirk and the crew of the Starship Enterprise, and
yes,
that was for the final. The title was called The Final Frontier. Yet then they came out with a sixth movie.
that's right.
This is the final
Undiscovered Country.
voyage of the Starship Enterprise, and they say that, and then he comes back again in Generations with Patrick Stewart. So there's always a bit of tongue in cheek when you hear it's the final adventure of whoever, because hey, if it does extremely well, I'm sure it'll be the not so final. But I do believe this might be, I do think this is the last Harrison Ford
Oh, for
as
sure.
Indiana
I
Jones.
think the
Yeah.
last Harrison Ford acted one, but I wonder if we
What?
see, well, you know, if they're going the way they're going with, you know, Mandalorian's played by three people, all right, not just
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal. So
No, it's Brandon Wayne and the other fella. I can't think
James
of his.
Earl Jones just signed away his voice rights to Lucasfilm.
Well, Mark Hamill, when he came back on The Mandalorian, was Mark Hamill, but he was also some other actor who did the physical stunts, and then they CGI'd, and they even did his voice. That wasn't even
Yes.
Mark Hamill's voiceover. They tinkered with it from old footage or
Absolutely
something.
right. So I suspect that we will see, you know, some version of Indiana Jones, you know, in the future anyway. But
Well,
overall, what are your thoughts? Anything that stood out to you from the trailer?
one, I would tell you, I was surprised. I did not think it was coming today at all. I didn't know why I didn't put two and two together with Star Wars Celebration going on, being a
Hmm.
Lucasfilm event. That of course there was going to be trailers, because there's besides Indiana Jones, there was Ahsoka, and I'm hearing that there's an Acolyte
The
trailer which I
Acolyte,
haven't seen
yes.
yet. So there was a lot of Lucasfilm news today, but I was pleasantly surprised. It doesn't look like any of the other Indiana Jones trailers where it was always, the final mission and he's here to save the world, and it was all this
Yes.
epic, Indiana Jones music and a lot of action that had that. But I it's definitely a different flavor right from the get go. When you see him retiring and they're setting up the scene, and then you hear this. I'll change when Hitler made his mistakes. That's very ominous. That's very
Yes.
world changing event. Obviously, it's going to be some time travel thing going on there. But the thing that makes me very curious is, what was the big reveal at the end when he's like, "I've been looking for this my whole life," and then the words that scroll up. What does it say? The one last adventure, or a hero meets his destiny, or a legend meets his end, or something like that. Is that what it says?
Maybe it's Shire.
Maybe that's what he's been looking for all his life.
I don't know. Who knows what it
I
is?
don't know. It's kind of, and I tell you, the music does just sounds like dun, 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 dun. And,
It's got a
and
bit
that's it.
of
Usually you're
sadness to it or
right.
melancholy.
It's got like, yeah, like I said, it's over, you
Yeah.
know. You always hear that little flute play, after the Indiana Jones Raiders march, it's like dun, 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 and then there's always this little like like it's still going,
Yes.
even though it's the main march is over. This does not have that little after sound to it. It's like,
No.
that's it, folks. The curtain is dropped and he's done. Goodbye. But
Well, unless it makes $1 billion, and then of course, you know, I'm sure they'll be back. If they can bring Ray back, they'll bring back Indy for sure. You know, so
hey,
now
man,
we saw a bit of Antonio Banderas's character. We saw again Sulla, you know, John Rhys Davis that we saw from the original trailer. And the other thing is we saw a little bit more of Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
when when they show the trailer, she steals the little whatever they need to get this dial
I
or
think it's
whatever.
the
She locks them.
Antikythera. I think that's what it is.
It is that. I just don't say it because I can't pronounce it without fumbling it. And let's go over, kids, now. How Antikythera?
Antikythera. Yeah, I think that
Anti
I'm not sure if that's the way I pronounce it.
We'll just call it Dial of Destiny. It's a
Yeah,
little
sure.
easier on the tongue. It's like, yeah. But yeah, I don't know, she's jumping off of rooftops. Look, he's not going to be doing all that stuff. He's not going to be jumping off of buildings and chasing after her and running down the street. He's just not going to do it because in this movie it takes place in 1969, so technically Indiana Jones is 69, 70,
Yep.
right around his birthday. He could still run around a little bit, but
He can
he's not
certainly
going to
ride
keep.
a horse and jump from a
Yeah.
tuk-tuk.
How
So
old is Miss Bridges there? 30 something?
I think she's in her 30s, probably
Yeah, okay.
around that time.
So
So
he's about half his age. And Miles Mickelson, or about what,
Mads
50?
Mikkelsen, yeah,
Mads
is
Mickelson. Yeah.
he's probably about our age in his
Yeah,
50s.
right. But his henchman there, the guy that was
Boyd Holbrook.
Lloyd Holbrook, yeah. So he's a younger fella too. I don't know. I don't know how much action we're gonna see. He's running around. He's doing stuff.
Well,
He's
yeah,
jumping out of an airplane for God's sakes.
well, that's true. That's true. Let's
Yeah.
I think it's I'm really excited. I'm gonna get watch it again on our big 4K TV to see, you know, all those details. And I don't want to pick it apart too much because I do want to enjoy it. Apparently, that they showed the complete tuk-tuk chase.
Oh,
At
really?
at Star Wars Celebration. That's what I've heard, which goes for about 7 minutes. So
7 minutes.
yeah,
Whoa.
well, you know, I think every indie film has had some, you know, like the truck chase is the gold standard for
Yeah.
you know, chases, I think. You know, we had the minecart chase. In Last Crusade, there was the tank chase, Kingdom Crystal Skull, we had the jungle cutter chase.
What? The motorcycle chase in New Haven, Connecticut. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, yeah, and the jungle cutter. I was thinking more of that was good. That was good
Yeah.
too. So it'll be interesting to see how they do it. I mean, you can't have an Indiana Jones film without action, certainly even regardless of
No, if it's him just reading a book, I don't think
otherwise
it's gonna be.
that's the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles.
Oh,
So
wow. Well,
which
I saw
I actually love, but anyway.
somebody had some snuck footage or sneak footage
Yeah.
from the show taken from their cell phone, and Harrison Ford did show up on the big movie screen, and he said
Yes.
unfortunately he was working somewhere, which is true. I mean, he could be on the set of Shrinking season 2, or he could
Or
be
Captain
on
America, I think he's
Oh, that's where he is. You're right. He's filming Captain America 4 down here in Georgia. He's
Yep.
playing the president. Um, so he wasn't there, but he did introduce the other two, Mads Mikkelsen and Phoebe.
Yeah.
And he said, "This is my final ride as Indiana Jones," in the little recorded introduction.
Yep.
I wish I could see the rest of it. Hopefully, Lucasfilm will put it on, or somebody will smuggle out some of the footage, because I'm sure they did a little impromptu Q&A with the actors.
Yes.
There's no need to bring them all the way there unless you're going to show some. And James Mangold was there
Yes.
as well.
Who's directing
So
another Star Wars film as well?
I saw that. I
Well,
saw that he's going
a
to be
new
stepping
Star
into
Wars film, not another one. He's yeah, so
a lot of stuff got, you know, I saw the Ahsoka trailer, which looks like a live action version of Rebels, which is good. And then I heard that Rey Skywalker is coming back 15 years later in a
Yep.
movie set about the first Jedi. Is that what it's called?
I think
The new Jedi?
I'm not too sure. I think they've got an Antikythera to wipe out her trilogy of films, and then she's
I
gonna start
guess
doing
because this supposedly takes place 15 years after Rise of Skywalker, and I was like, well, that's pretty far into the future. It's Daisy Ridley. I don't know how was she supposed to be playing an 18-year-old young girl in the last
Oh,
film?
I don't know. They'll just put, you know what they do? They'll just put a gray strip,
A white
you know,
streak.
one little.
That's
Yeah, that's it.
That's all. I'm only 25. Nobody
Yep.
knows that, but I just put this into my to offset the age difference between you and I.
Yeah, I get it.
No,
So
I mean, you know what's so funny? I didn't bring if I knew we were going to do the Indiana Jones stuff, I would have brought all the merch. I was at the store yesterday, and it was like a kid in Christmas at the Indiana Jones department, because all the action figures were on the shelves, all the kids' toys, the kids' whip, the Indy that talks to you that's sitting out in my car right now. All of it was out there, and little 3 3/4 figures were on the shelves. So they're definitely starting. The Indiana Jones merchandise machine is cranking as we speak.
It
and the
sure is.
posters.
Well, I've got 2 of the 3 Lego sets.
Legos are out. Yes, I
My
forgot that.
all my indie figures I've got on. I've ordered them, so I'm just waiting to arrive. But of course, it being it's Good Friday here. It's a
Yes, it's Friday
public
here.
holiday, and we got Easter Sunday, so they get released on the 12th. No, the Tuesday or the in a few days anyway. So I've got to wait a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
longer. But
Well, they kind of dropped here and there because they were supposed to. The Legos dropped here in the States on April 1st, which was last Saturday. Yeah, and then the toys just kind of showed up at like Targets because I went on one Target, they didn't have any. I went another Target, there was like Belloc and the mechanic, German mechanic were on the shelves, and only one of the kids' toys. And then I went to another one, and the whip was there with the talking Indiana Jones. So I've been going around from store to store on my travels trying to track everything down.
yeah.
And you're right. My Hasbro shipment showed up today, which has the adventure series. Is that what
Oh
they call
yes.
the 6-inch ones? Though they're sitting upstairs. I've yet to open them. So it's
Well, that'll
great.
be
It's
it.
like Indiana Jones Christmas
It is.
world.
Well, that's going to be, it's great. So it's a great time for Indiana Jones fans. Don't forget, you can check out, well, yeah,
I got to ask you one question. We
sure.
forgot to mention this. It's opening the Cannes Film Festival on May 18th, my
Yes.
son's birthday. What do you think is going to happen between May 18th and June 30th or 29th when the film opens up to the general population? Because you can't tell me that there will not be spoilers aplenty over that 5 or 6 week period, because that's just not the way things work. I can't imagine that bootleg will not be on sale or on the internet the next day because somebody's going to smuggle in a camera or at least tell you what the whole story is. These people can't keep their mouths shut. They're
Yeah.
going to tell you the whole plot. Why are they doing this?
I look, I think, well, Crystal Skull certainly opened. That was in when it was there. And I don't remember there being too many leaks or details. And maybe back then I just didn't seek out as much because I didn't want it to be ruined. But
There
it's going to
wasn't
be,
that much out there, trust me, because I remember that was the heyday of the Raider.net. There was people looking everywhere
yeah,
for details. Even the toys weren't out. I
yep.
think there was a little like a street date on the toys, so they made sure that they didn't reveal anything in the trading cards and all that stuff. So they did a good job holding things back. I'm just, if this is his final film and he does die in it, I
What?
can't imagine. I'm just saying, I can't imagine such a huge plot point being kept secret for 5 weeks. So
Well, they did for No Time to Die.
oh, okay,
So,
I guess.
that's how it is. But anyway,
I heard he's getting an award. Someone told me they're giving Harrison Ford like a lifetime film award. I go, uh-oh. That's usually a sign something's up.
well, I guess we'll find out. You can find out more about Indiana Jones certainly by listening to the IndyCast, Indiana Jones podcast. You can also find out stuff about Indiana Jones by visiting the Raider.net, which is your baby. And you can also find out about us. How, Mitch?
By subscribing to Mitch and Ed's Excellent Adventure. It's like an Indiana Jones excitement and venture into videos of past, present, or whatever every couple weeks right here on the Mighty YouTube. Just hit the subscribe button below. And you and I and Ed will go on a epic journey into the great unknown.
That's right. We use our own Antikythera to go back in time. We've also got some looks at Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and Raiders of the Lost Ark and, all different sorts of things. Anyway, that was a quick look at, our thoughts on the trailer without being too spoilery or anything like that. Check it out. Watch it in 4K. I'm excited about being there in person with you, Mitch, to see Indiana Jones and the Dial of the Destiny. But in the meantime, thanks for watching and see you soon.